Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. After spending a couple days building that house for my friends, which I still need to let them into, I'm being lazy, then playing Dragon Age Inquisition again, Fallout 4 again, I've just been having fun doing that mess, Skyrim on my Xbox again. Uh, I am currently in plans of possibly getting a Nintendo Switch. I wasn't planning on doing that. I wasn't actually planning to get a Nintendo Switch, but my whole thought process of getting a Nintendo Switch was the same process I used originally when I was originally deciding between getting an Xbox One or a PS4, which was look at the games coming out down the road and see if those are things you want to play. And when the Xbox One and the PS4 were first coming out, I looked at the two, and I scratched off all the games that both systems were going to get, and then I looked at their exclusives. And PS4 ended up having the longer batch of exclusives. But I said if Xbox One ever went through a price drop, uh, then I would buy one. So that's what I ended up doing. That's why I have a PS4 and an Xbox. And then with the Nintendo Switch, at first I didn't much care. I thought it was a cool gimmick. It was an interesting gimmick. Um, but I just didn't know what to really do with it. But then I looked at some of the games coming on down the road, and some of them look really, really cool. I mean, I haven't played a Mario game in years, well, minus Mario Kart. Uh, but that Mario Odyssey looks really fun. I'm actually interested in the Sonic the Hedgehog game coming out called Sonic Forces. One particular reason is because you can create your own custom Sonic the Hedgehog character and have them team up with, the official characters. So I'm wondering how far that can go, because if it goes as far as I want it to, I'm gonna straight recreate uh, both Sonia and Manic, Sonic's twin brother and sister from the Sonic Underground cartoon. I'm also gonna recreate the Sonia and Manic, Sonic's twin son and daughter from the Sonic 30 Years Later comic. But anyway, enough talk about the Nintendo Switch and games. I might do like a vlog later on where I'm just like building something in Minecraft and just talk. But anyway, this is what I've been doing. I'm thinking maybe just like put other creations over that way. On the other side of BMO, like maybe put the Teen Titans Tower House. I'm thinking about doing Gumball's house from the Adventures of Gumball or whatever it is. And then over here, maybe just like, I don't know how far this world goes. I really don't know. I have not tried to find the end of it yet. Um, but I'm thinking like, just starting from the Steven Universe house and going down, I might just like start building just like whatever strikes my fancy for Steven Universe builds. I'm thinking the next thing I'm gonna build is gonna be Lapis. She's gonna be over here on the other side of Peridot. Um, and I'm gonna try to give her her water wings. They won't actually be water, they'll be made of like, I don't know, like like ice or packed ice, something like that. But with those wings as wide as they spread out from her body, that'll be a lot of real estate. So I'm gonna put her like back here behind Peridot so that she doesn't take up as much space. But anyway, I've built these three. We'll start with Peridot here. This is Peridot with her limb enhancers. I'm going to try to build another Peridot. I might build another Peridot like right next to this one, just without the limb enhancers. This is what the limb enhancers are. It adds a little extra height to her, and gives her these gauntlets that have these floaty fingers that can form screens for anybody that's never seen the show. It's actually pretty cool. She has like these holographic screens that are made out of her floaty fingers. Um, and then she has this visor. Peridot without her limb enhancers looks roughly the same, just, she's a lot shorter. So whereas she's kind of like the same height as Pearl over here, with the limb enhancers, Pearl, I would argue Pearl's like maybe, what, about 6 feet tall or so? She's kind of a thin, lanky character. I think she's about 6 feet tall. Peridot, like, with her limb enhancers, is about the same height. And she's, like, only half as tall. So she's, like, I don't know, 4, maybe 4.5 feet. So she gets, like, an extra good 2 feet or so from these limb enhancers. So that's pretty cool. She has no gem, because of the way you have to build the visor. But that's okay. Unless you're like right up here, you're not really going to be able to see that she has no gem, because her gem's actually on her forehead. It's kind of in the same spot that Pearl's is, and it's up under the visor. But that's okay. From like I said, from a distance you can't really tell, or down on the ground you can't really tell that it's not there. So yeah, that's cool. Her eyes are actually made of green concrete, which, behind all that green of her visor, who could really tell whether that's green or black? But she has like this beady-eyed look. She's just annoyed. She's just annoyed. Like, why do I have to stand next to Pearl? Sorry, Peridot. That's just your lot in life. Enjoy it. Then we have Pearl. Pearl was just complicated in the sense of all her colors. Where Peridot was pretty simple. It's just different shades of green, a little black, and then the sandstone to make up, kind of like her little knee things and her insignia there on her chest and her hair. Pearl was complicated just for all the different colors you have to use. There's yellows, there's different shades of blue, there's pink, and then like this pale white, and then like a pale pink for her hair. But yeah, she turned out pretty well, and this is her current form. So that means, all the ribbon and stuff in the back. That part right there, the ribbon and her hair, were the worst part of building her. But other than that, she's a pretty simple build. That's the best I can do for a star. Forgive me for that. Then we have Pat Paracha here. And I had to practice that name. I had to practice saying that name, because that is not the easiest name in the world to say. But then we have Pat Paracha Sapphire. She appeared for the first time in the Steven Universe Wanted special. She is a member of the off-color gems, meaning that they are defective in one way or another. In Pat Paracha's case, I'm not sure if she's supposed to be this kind of reddish-pink color that she is. I'm not sure if she's supposed to be that color. I do know her major defect is where normal sapphires, like the Crystal Gem Sapphire and other sapphires, are supposed to be able to receive visions of the future, or at least of the immediate future. Pat Paracha is cursed with... Her power kind of works in reverse, where she only sees visions of the immediate past. So you could walk up to her, push her face first into some mud, and then she will get up and she will say, I'm getting a vision that I'm about to be pushed face first into some mud. So, like, her reaction time is terrible, because she's having all this happen to her, everything happening and then, like, reacting to it. She's not even really reacting to it. She's reacting to the vision she's getting of it. So, poor thing, she's always going to be a day late and a dollar short, unfortunately. But she is one of the most adorable characters out of all the off-colors. And she's actually going to be returning pretty soon, as a sneak peek from Comic-Con has shown. Steven and Connie decide to go out into space to check on Lars, who... Lars, at the end of the Wanted special, got left on Homeworld with the off-colors alongside Steven. Steven and Lars were on Homeworld. They escaped from the diamonds. Steven and Lars met the off-colors after a battle with a machine called a Roaming Eye. Lars died. Steven accidentally brought him back to life. turning Lars into a pink version of himself, similar to Steven's lion. So there you go. That's probably what happened with Lion. That's why he's pink. He's probably a normal lion that died. Rose Quartz brought him back with her healing powers, and that's why he's pink and why he has his supernatural abilities. And yes, Lars does seem to have the same abilities that Lion has, and that's as so much as that where Lion's mane acts as like a portal to that little pocket dimension. Lars's hair acts the same way. So the way Steven and Connie decide to go check on Lars is they literally jump inside Lion's mane, go a short distance through the pocket dimension, and pop out of Lars's hair. And when they pop out of Lars's hair, spoiler alert, they pop out onto a ship that Lars and the Off-Colors are on, and they've stolen the ship from a gem called Emerald, and they're basically space pirates. Lars is their captain. He's wearing an outfit that looks like, what's that anime called? Captain Harlock. And he's wearing that outfit, and he's their captain. The fusion of 6 gems called Fluorite, she is like their engineer. She keeps the engines going. The Rutile twins, who are, they're basically like conjoined twins. Where they have like one set of legs, and then from the waist up, their body kind of forks into like a Y shape, forming complete bodies for the twins, and they each have one arm. So the Rutile twins end up having like one set of legs and one arm on each side, and they act as like, I guess you could say, the pilot and co-pilot of the ship. And then the Nervous Nancy Rhodonite, who is a fusion of a pearl and a ruby, which is half of garnet. So another ruby fused with a different pearl to create Rhodonite. She's kind of the Nervous Nancy. I think she's like the trajectory person. She like plots the course, and then the Rutile twins pilot them through it. And then Pat Parachi here. Pat Parachi's title is given as Technical Advisor. And I think that might be a joke. Simply because since Pat Parachi can't seem to turn her, I guess you could say, past vision off, where like take the Crystal Gem Sapphire. She has future vision. She can see the future, but she can turn it off and just be in the here and now. You know, if you walk up to her, she might say, you know, I knew you were coming, I saw it in a vision, but she's like, okay, now let's enjoy this moment together, yada yada yada. Pat Parachi, you could walk up to her, start talking to her, and be like, you know, hey Pat, how you doing? And then she'll say, I am predicting that someone will walk up and start talking to me and call me Pat. You know? So I don't think she could turn it off. I really don't. She's like I said, she's always a day late and a dollar short in reaction time. So I don't think she can turn it off. So she can't really be much of an advisor when she's always just reacting to things that have happened, and she's not even, like I said, she's not even reacting to that. She's reacting to the vision of it that she's getting. And so I think it might be a joke. So where she's an advisor technically. So technical advisor. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Pat Parachi has some natural talent for, you know, technical stuff. It's just her reaction time is really, really bad. But Pat Parachi, out of the 3 of these, Pat Parachi was the worst. Simply because of, you know, she has far fewer colors involved than Pearl. She's got, like, you know, like I said, this reddish thing, white, and she has a tan color, which is what these planks are for. That poofy skirt down there was the that and the hair. That was the worst part of building this chick. The hair and that skirt. I think the skirt was harder than the freaking. I can't tell you how many times I had to restart building this thing just because of this damn skirt. But there you go. And so I have these 3. And I'm going to try to build lapis over here. And then maybe on the other side of lapis, I'll try to find garnet. I have found plans of building Steven. I might build Steven, like, right behind his house. Just build this massive Steven looming over the house. Then I'm going to try to find garnet plans. And, I don't know, I'm hoping to find plans for the other off colors. Because making rutile, I think making rutile and fluorite would be the most interesting. Because rutile, like I said, you know, they're conjoined twins. Their body is in the rough shape of a Y, of the letter Y. So making them would be interesting. And then fluorite, she looks like a caterpillar. Her body's in the shape like a caterpillar. I can totally see some freaking Alice in Wonderland jokes being done with this gem. I can totally see this happening. But anyway, fluorite just would be absolutely massive too, considering she's like 6 gems and she's in the shape of a caterpillar. Building her to like these height specifications, like these statues are, oh my god, she'd be massive. Okay, I need to go now. I'll see y'all later. I need to find some fluorite plants.